Hello, everyone, and I want to take just a couple of minutes to try to help you navigate through an assignment that's worth 15% of your grade and is required for both my on-ground and online classes. And I found that putting together a little video like this helps out the navigation so that you can watch it and re-watch it, make sure you got it right, depending on where you when it gets assigned to you. So, a couple of disclaimers. Number one, as I go through this. This may not be your specific site. This might not be your specific class. It may look a little different than this. It might even be the same semester. That's okay. The information is accurate and it's up to date as you navigate through this. So just pay attention to the big parts and not just because the buttons over here on the left are the different color than the ones in your class. So as part of your assignment, we're going to do two article reviews, and these are the instructions, and this is the setup for it with additional requirements to do. And so once I assign it, you're going to want to go into your assignments and see that for the week, and then what you're going to find is in the course documents tab. Oops, I'm wrong here. In your assignments, my fault here. There's going to be a new folder available. It's called Article Review Instructions. Article Review Instructions. And once that's available for you, you're going to want to open it up. And there's three different documents or videos in there, including this one. This is, if you're listening to this, you've made it this far. But I want to point out a couple of important things by opening up each one of these things for you. The first one are the instructions themselves. My suggestion is that you, once you open them up, you either print them out or read them. Again, this might not be your semester, but everything else will be the same. But read these things over carefully. The first page, down to the first page there, has some important information about it. And people who don't read carefully are going to miss some important things. And a couple of them really important things, there's about three of them here. If you don't pay attention, you're going to miss out. First off, in order to do this assignment correctly and get the most amount of point, you have to get your article from an approved criminal justice source, periodical or journal, criminal justice magazine. If it's from anything but that, you will not receive credit for this. But that's what we're doing this for, to make sure you get it from that source. Okay. Number two, understand that there are absolute deadlines. One is going, they're always on Sunday. The first one for your semester is down there. And again, these might be in old dates and so forth, so don't pay attention to them. But in number 8 are the due dates. And if you look at number 9, it says I don't take late reviews. Period. Period. You have plenty of time to do these. Why? Because really I'm only asking for 500 words in length. Okay. The other part of this document, which would be page 2, is the format I want you to use. See, format must be used. And I would really like you to put your paper together in this format where you put your name, what class you're in, depending on if you're in my on-ground or online, the specific course number and so forth, which one it is. This is where you're going to copy and paste your bibliography. Those of you who have had English classes typically ask me, do you want our bibliography in APA or MLA style? I don't really care. Okay, it doesn't make any difference to me, and I'm not going to hold you to the spaces and the commas and the underlines that are typically required. I just want all the information. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you better go look those kinds of things up. Most of the time it's supplied in the article that you get. And then ultimately I'm going to have you confirm that you gave me at least 500 words and go from there. Beyond that, I want you to use the headers here, type in the word summary like that, and write me a summary. Write in the heading of commentary and write me a commentary, and then ultimately a conclusion. Keep in mind what you're doing. It's an article review. Do not write me a story. It's as if you're going out to a movie and being a movie reviewer and writing a review to put in the newspaper. You're actually doing this for a criminal justice publication. Okay? Make it easy. Don't make this thing hard. Also, make it for you. And how do you do that? Well, you're going to need to get it from a criminal justice resource. And the second document there that is there, I'm going to have to open it up here. I should have done that beforehand. This will take just a second. Is a document that's supplied by the library, and they've made a listing of all this criminal justice resources that are actually in hard copy in the library itself. And so you can see selected library resources, and these would be the periodicals and journals. You got the ABA Journal, Corrections Today, Crime Delinquency, FBI Law Enforcement Bulletin. You can see just about any area that you might even be remotely interested in. Some of you have an aptitude towards law enforcement. Some of you have an aptitude towards corrections, juveniles. Some of you just have an interest in different things. There's something in here for you. And what these dates mean is that they actually have the hard copies from these dates, and if there's nothing behind it, they've got it there. The ultimate easiest way to do this exercise to get your article is to go to the library, take one of these things, walk up to the second floor, and they will actually hand you that. You can flip through it like you're skimming it, looking at everything, and ultimately what you're going to do is find an article from there. If you don't find what you want, go take it back and get another magazine, just like you would do at a newsstand or something. Okay. Now, if you don't want to do it that way and you want to try to do it the new way, which is the using the electronic means, let me tell you a couple tips so you can try to get this out right. I'm just going to pick this one right here, Criminal Justice Ethics. Let's just say I decided going, I think I might be able to find an article there. Again, you can use any of these here. I'm just going to use this for demonstration purposes. So remember Criminal Justice Ethics. I opened a whole bunch of these here. Sorry about that. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to the GRCC homepage. I'm going to put in their current students. I'm going to put in their library. It's going to take me to the library. I'm going to go over here on the side and go to Discovery. Discovery, okay? Open that up. When you go to search in here and go into the library, when you start getting further in here, if you're off campus, it might ask you for your last name and student ID. Just go ahead and put that in and you'll be good to go. And so you're into Discovery here, and then we want to go to Databases by Subject. Databases by Subject. And if you notice right here in the C, Criminology and Law brings us here, and we want to use the Academic 1 file. Now, when you're here, this seems like, well, you're in a hybrid type of Google search or Yahoo and so forth, which is what you really are. But obviously this is a higher level stuff. It's kind of aggregated all the criminal justice stuff for us. Okay. Now this is where sometimes people put stuff in here. They'll put in forensics or capital punishment or juvenile delinquency. But the problem is if you just put it in this spot right here, it will give you results, but very often the results will not be from a criminal justice journal or periodical. Remember, we got to get it from one of those. We chose Criminal Justice Ethics. To make sure that we're in that, what we want to do right here is to first go to Publication Title or Publication Search. So let's just click Publication Search and go to this field right here. And now I can type in criminal. And just with that word there, and I go down, I find Criminal Justice Ethics. Okay? What I'm going to be searching in is criminal justice ethics. Now, here's another magical thing. If you want to do everything online and not just get what's called an abstract, which is just a little synopsis, and it's going to force you to go to the library, make sure you click this little button right here, Publications with Full Text. If you don't do that, you're going to get lots of results, but it may not have all of the information you're looking for. And hit search. And so what it's done now is it's in here. It found criminal justice ethics, and so we're going to click that, and so now we know we're good to go because we're within the magazine. It's as if we got a magazine right here in front of us. In this case, it's got the August through August 2011 issue available. However, if you click this little sidebar, you can choose any year. Let me choose a year that you probably wouldn't. Let's go to 1992. And notice it's got 2 volumes, an early and a late. And let's take volume 1 here. And here's how easy it can be. Okay, I click this open, and keep in mind these would all be full text now, so they've got everything we want. And I'm just going to go down and look through. Notice they're all criminal justice ethics, so we're good to go. I'm just going to look at the titles, just like flipping through the magazine. And if I find something that I like, that I'm interested in, I might pick one of those. If I don't in that list, I just go back. Oops, I went too far back. And chose volume 2. Let's take a look at that. And there's five of them in there. And maybe there's nothing I want. Well, just go back and choose another year. So it's that easy. Just keep looking around. Make sure you do this assignment for you. Pick out something you've always been curious about, always been interested in. And I'm going to give you credit for doing the review. Do not write this paper for me, write it for you. I learn a lot by the things you pick. But when you pick something that you've always been interested in, that you're passionate about, it's going to show. Okay? So in the short term, you're just going to have to go and find your article and go in and tell me what you got this article from. Remember I talked about the MLA and APA. Underneath each one of these is what's called a citation. And if you click that, it's going to really give you the source citation. This is what I'm looking for. Not all that, just that. Source citation when you just find the one that you're going to do. Okay? Anyways. Any questions? If you do, send me an email. Take care.